Hiya, it's Amanda here from Lolli Lulu Crafts, and today we have the second project that I promised you that I've got for you using my Cricut maker. I was lucky enough to get a Cricut maker for Christmas, and I made a couple of projects once I got it, obviously, to try it out. I was dying to, try it, and I liked them so much, and I was like, oh, I wished I'd filmed it to show you guys what it was like. And then I thought, well, I still can. Now, this was originally an Anna Griffin card, just kind of plain. Well, plain, her cards are never plain, but it didn't have the extras that I've done. I've added a tag, I've added an envelope, I've added writing, I've added an inside to it. So what I have done is I've put the download on my website for you. If you want to go find that, all you need to do is go to the link below this video and it will take you to the blog post, and at the very bottom of the blog post is a list of products used, and that link to the download will be in there for you. Okay, so here we are at the machine. I'm going to be using some papers from this Bella Rosa paper. I don't know who makes it. I guess it's Bella Rose Trimcraft. It's just really pretty. So I've got some papers from there, but the first one that we want is actually white. So I'm just going to pop a piece of white basil cardstock onto my mat here. So now I need to take my blade out, so I'm just going to pop him in there so he's nice and safe. I actually got one of these little storage tool boxes because I felt that was quite handy, but I need to find the right one. That's it. So that's my score tool. So we want to just pop him in. Again, I went over exactly how you put that in the ballerina video, so I won't repeat that on this one. And then I want to get my marker and put that in there as well. Okay, so I've gone for this one that's called Candy Crystal. This is a 0.4 tip, one of those fibre tip ones, so I think that's really nice, and it's got that lovely aqua colour because of course that's what I'm going for. So I'm just opening that up, pop the pen in, wait till it clicks, and then lock it back in place. And then we take my mat, make sure it goes under the little clips, and then you can see that's flashing, so then just press that, let it sort itself out, and then as soon as that starts flashing there, just press that and that sets it off. So it's done the scoring. You can actually see that there. I use the double score tool, but there is a single line one as well. So now what we need to do, it tells us on the machine we need to remove our little thing, which I probably shouldn't have put my blade in here. That wasn't perhaps the best move. And then we need to put the blade back in place. Just let it sit, put the metal back, then that. I am actually going to remove the marker because we don't need that now either. And then the little Cricut head is flashing, so we can press that and it's going to start cutting out. So these light mats are really quite sticky. They're good in that they sort of are light like they say they are, but then they also keep stuff stuck to them, but when you pull it off it doesn't rip it and stuff, so it's really effective in that way. So let's get the next mat ready here. And as always with all my mats, they always get covered in Daisy because she seems to manage to get absolutely everywhere with her dog hair. Now this particular mat that we're cutting at the moment is going to take a while because it's a lot of detail. Okay, so now we unload, and then so that's ready to go. And then we're going to put the next layer in, which I've got ready, which is this pattern paper. This is just our blade, so that's all good. Okay, so that's that all done. So it's done that gorgeous writing. I think that would have not quite looked right in the bluey colour, so I'm pleased with that we did that in the black. So that's all the cutting done. So now let's get to the putting together part. Okay, so here are all our pieces cut. So we've got our envelope, our little flowers, our top parts of the flowers, our layers, our inside layers, the card base, etc, etc. So now we need to start putting things together. So I think the first thing we're going to do is put the little flowers together, so that then they can be drying off and setting before we need to move on with actually putting them on the card. So let's get those bits done. Okay, so I've sorted the bits out so that I've got each layer that goes with each layer, and making sure that they're the right way up. That's the other thing to, oops, I just dropped that, is to make sure that the top layer is going on correctly. So for example, you can see this is not going on correctly, so we need to just flip that one over and turn that so that the leaves are going on in the right place. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the white layer, I'm going to flip it over, I'm going to take my little glue pen here, it's like a, yeah, it's a glue pen really, I guess, and I'm just going to carefully go over all of the leaves. So now we're going to pop our layer on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the leaves and I'm going to match those up first, and then the rest kind of finds its own place. That's what I found when I did the other one, was that if I got these big leaves in position, it kind of fell into position after that. It looks kind of cute, doesn't it? There we go. So that's that one. So I'm going to do the others, and then I will come back to you when they're all done. There we go. There's all of them done. Don't they look pretty? Really nice with the white. I think it looks really effective. So that's all of those done. So we're going to put those to one side and let those dry, and then we are going to get on with the next bit. So I think the first thing we'll do is the envelope. So we've got on here our score lines, so you're just going to gently bend till we find that score line, and then use your score tool or bone folder, whatever you want to call it, just to sharpen that off. And if you just lightly bend it, it will find those score lines. If you try and force it, you miss them quite often. And so what I want to do is put the adhesive on the edge of this bit, because we're not sure, otherwise it might end up going too high up on the little edge pieces here, because these obviously go up further than our flap here. And then what you can do if you want is get a piece of double-sided tape and just put it across the top there, ready to stick that down. So that is our envelope. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Card. So we're just going to gently again find that score line, fold the card, making sure it's nice and even, and then running our bone folder along the back. I like to flip it and do the bone folder on both sides. So that's our card done. And then we've got our little mats and layers here. So we've got these two here. So we just need some tape pen for this. These are quite light cardstock, it will be fine. Pop that like so. And turn that over and then pop that into the centre here. There we go. So there's that done. So that's the front of our cards layers, and then I've got the inside layer which has got the happy birthday with the hearts on, like so. That look nice, and it kind of complements the outside as well. And then we've got our little matten layer here of our little hugs and kisses sentiment. So again, just going to use some tape for that and pop that down centrally onto that layer, and then pop that to one side ready for when we need that, for when we use it with our little flowers here. So let's grab our flowers and decide which ones I need to put some 3D foam on, which ones are going to go flat. Okay, so I've done the foam, so now we just need to stick that down. Now these ones I've done a single layer foams. This is going to be flat, so I'm going to pop that one down first as it's a flat one, and that's the easiest to do first. So that's going to go like so. I want that down like that. So then that's going to have my leaves going downwards, and those bits at the top there like that. So then that one just comes over just a little, I think. Kind of like that. Let's put this one in next. So that one, I want those leaves kind of like that, and that like so. So then that one needs to come down just a tiny bit maybe. See, what I want is this in here. So we need to fiddle to make sure it sits in the right place. Yeah, that looks good, so we'll pop that down, and then that will sit fine, and we'll stick him down as well. Then we've just got this one. This one has got double thickness of foam just to give another little bit of extra dimension, and we're going to pop that so the leaves are going that one over like that, and that one like so. That looks real pretty. And then all I'm going to do is put some tape on the back of this, slide that into position, just fiddle around with where I want it to be. Just going to use my scissors here just to help me. And there it is done. I think that's everything. I don't think I've got any bits left. Okay, so that is it. Doesn't it look cool? It's amazing to me because you haven't seen the original, but the difference in how the colours have made is just amazing to me. I think it looks really pretty. I really like the dimension that we've got going on here. I like the fact that the colour of the marker kind of complements there really nicely. I think if I'd have thought about it, I might have put this shape in white here, even maybe white with this greeny colour to layer it up in the middle here, and then have this writing in the same colour marker, but I didn't. But I still think it looks really, really nice, and the pink kind of complements really, really well. And of course we've got our complimentary envelope, which again I think looks so pretty. It really kind of comes in with our paper here, so I think that looks really cool as well. So that is it. Don't forget to go on over to the blog post to see photos of the original card that I made. As I say, you'll be surprised at just how different it looks in the different colours, and I think it shows that you can make this card and you can change the words. But you know, if you did this in really subdued colours, in really kind of muted, maybe, you know, black and white or greys or taupes or something like that, you could do it as a sympathy card even. I think it would work really well across the board for all different types of occasions. So I hope you've enjoyed. Do go across to the blog post, as I say, to see not only the photos of this card, the original card, but also the links to all the products used, including the download for this design. Otherwise, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.